So the last thing that I want to do in this section 3.1, where we're talking about measures of centers, is weighted mean. The weighted mean is really useful when you're like doing grades. So a lot of faculty members like myself, we use weighted averages or weighted means to calculate grades. And what is a weighted mean? It's an average that's calculated by assigning weights to each data value. And the formula we're going to use, weighted mean, write this formula down. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your x's, your data values, times your w's, your weights, and you're going to add those up. That sigma there, that capital Greek letter sigma means add up. So I'm going to add up the data values times the weights. All right, so let's look at an example how this might work. So a biology student's final course grade is comprised of 4 unit exams. They're each weighted at 10%. 2 lab exams, each weighted at 15%, and a comprehensive final weighted at 30%. If a student's unit exam scores are 75, 86, 84, and 90, his lab exam scores are 67 and 78, and his final exam score is 92, what is his final course grade? Good question, right? So let's make a table. I like tables. So here we're going to have our x values, which are our exam scores. And on the other side, we're going to have our weights. Now I'm going to scroll just a little bit. Make some space. So on this side, I'm going to have what? Exam 1, Exam 2, Exam 3, Exam 4. I'm going to write down the scores and their weight. So what are their scores? Unit exam scores. They're what? 75. What? 86, 84, and 90. Okay, that goes in my data value column. Now the weights are all 10%, right? 4 unit exams weighted at 10%. So I'm going to put 10% as a decimal. Now you got to make sure you're putting your weights as decimals. That's key. Make sure they're decimals. So if I take 10% and write it as a decimal, I take the percentage sign, move it to the left, I get a 0.10, right? 10%. Each of these are 10%. They're all going to have the same weight. Every single unit exam is going to have the same weight. All right. Now, what else do we got besides unit exams? We got lab exams. 2 lab exams. So I'm going to say lab 1, lab 2. Lab exam 1, lab exam 2. Data values for that. Lab exam scores are 67 and 78. They're weighted at how much? 15%, right? 15%, 0.15. What else? We got a comprehensive final, right? I'll put a final, a big F for final. Not the F grade, but the F final. What is a final? You get a 92 on it. Student gets a 92 on his final. Pretty good, huh? And that's weighted at, the final is weighted at 30%. That's 0.30, right? 0.30. So what we're going to do, we got to get to the formula now. What's the formula say for the weighted mean? Weighted mean. Or that's the final course grade, right? The weighted mean is the final course grade. Well, it says you take the x times the w, and you add those dudes up, right? So I'm going to make a column. What color do we want to make it? Make it purple, maybe? Purple. X times w. And we're going to add these things up. So I'm going to put a little summation symbol here to indicate I'm going to add these up here in this box. All right, so first we got to multiply the x times the w, right? X times w. 75 times 0.1 is going to be 7.5. 86 times 0.1 is going to be 8.6. Getting windy out there. A little rain coming maybe. 84 times 0.1 is going to be 8.4. Holy mackerel. My iPad just fell on me. Let's get it back up, standing back up again. All right, 90 times 0.1 is 9.0. What's 67 times 0.15? I got to do that one in my calculator. Let me get my calculator here. I dropped it. 67 times 0.15 is like 10.05, right? Calculator 75 times 0.15, 11.7. And 92 times 0.3 is what, 27.6? And add all these numbers up. 7.5 plus 8.6 plus 8.4 plus 9 plus 10.05 plus 11.7 plus 27.6, 82.85. That's going to be your answer. That would be your final grade. 82.85, that's it. So that's the way weighted averages are done. All right, so I wanted to show you that because it's actually useful when you're trying to figure out your grade in courses when somebody uses a weighted system like old Mr. Smeaton here.